morning, everybody. This is Andree from JCC. This morning, we are going to work on the neck and shoulders, and you will not need any props except for support underneath your sitting bones. Like right now I'm sitting in a half bolster, so you can use a blanket to sit down just to elevate the sitting bones. And I wrote down a few things that I want to tell you about this morning, and one of them is how we all know how the neck and shoulders are a source of discomfort for many of us. Stress is a major problem for the neck and shoulders. It creates blockage that limits our ability to flow with ease. When we have tight shoulders and neck, we may find that we also feel in other parts of the body. So everything is connected. I was watching a video this morning about the fascia, how that teacher is talking about, instead of talking about multiple muscles that we have to the body, I don't know how many muscles we have, but we have a lot of muscles, to think of the body as having one muscles in pockets of fascia, a division fascia. So whenever you use one muscle, it's not only that one muscle that you use, you're really using the whole body. So it's good to keep them in mind. And so that also explains where tight shoulders will create tightness in the spine, in the hips, and weakness in our core. So if you have the tendency to be slumped this way all the time, notice what happens to the core. The core just becomes inactive. So lifting the spine, releasing the shoulders down, activates the core muscles. And that helps us understand the connection that we can improve our flexibility and strength by focusing on a specific part of the body, but working the body as a whole. So this morning, we are going to do various exercises, yoga poses. They may not be you may not feel that they're directly connected to the shoulders. Some of them you will, but they're pretty innovative. I studied with a teacher also that teaches Viniyoga, and Viniyoga is a yoga that use the poses to manipulate and to improve certain aspects of our bodies, like tightness and maybe weakness in the body. So we're going to begin seated with our legs crossed the way I am now. So make sure that you are sitting on a support. So the support, as I said, could be a blanket, it could be a pillow, but you want to have a firm support there so that your knees can release away from each other. So standing here, stand with you can have your hands on your knees. To start, you release the shoulders away from your ears. And now, take your hands behind you and lift the spine. So use your fingers behind you to press against the floor to elongate the spine. And we're going to start with a seated twist. So you're going to turn to your right, hold on to your knee with your left hand, and walk your right hand behind you a little more toward the left sitting bones. And here you're going to inhale into the twist, and exhaling, releasing into the twist. So we're going to start with the neck. So as you inhale, you're going to move your head to the side. You're going to come back, bring your head back to neutral, re-engage the twist, and then stretch your neck out to the side. And feel the connection of your neck to the shoulders, and maybe down your arm, coming back to the center, revisiting the twist, and then again, one more time, bring your head out to the side, feeling the stretch on the side of your neck. You can close your eyes. Sometimes I close my eyes just to go deeper into the sensation, and then coming back to the center, bring your hands back to your knees. Now let's bring our fingers behind us again, lengthen the spine, and then twist to your left. Walking your hand back toward the right sitting bone. Inhale to left, exhale into the twist. So again, now begin to stretch your head to the side, noticing the difference between one side and the other side. Returning back into the center, into the twist, and then again stretching your head out to the side. Bring the head back up into the twist. One more time, stretch your head out to the side. Pausing, feeling that stretch, maybe even radiating down your arms. And then bring your head back to the side. Bring your hands to your knees. My friend here wants to join us in this exercise. Now you're going to change the cross of your legs, bringing the left leg in front of the right. Realigning your spine by adjusting your sitting bones on your support. Bring your hands behind you, lengthen the spine. Now we're going to begin by twisting to the left, walking your right hand back, left hand back, inhaling here, exhaling, stretch the left side of your neck, inhaling your head back to center, and again stretching the left side of your neck, back to center. One more time, bring your head out to the side, feeling the stretch on the left side of the neck, shoulder and arm. Coming back to the center, place your hands on your knees. Bring your hands behind you, lengthen the spine. We're going to begin by twisting to the right, placing your left hand on your right knee, walking your right hand back toward the left sitting bones. Inhaling here into the center, into the twist. Exhaling to release into the twist. And now stretch your head out to the side. Bringing the head back to neutral. Revisiting the twist. And again, stretching your head out to the side. Bringing the head back to the center, into the twist. Let's do this one more time. And back to the center, returning into neutral with your hands on your knees. The second pose that we're going to do is we're going to stand up. You don't need your support anymore. You're going to come onto your knees. You're going to stand on your knees. And place your hands on your lower back. So if you look from the back, this is where I place my hands on my back. Okay, so it's just the back of the hands resting onto the back. Okay, you're going to stretch your right arm up as you inhale. As you exhale, you're going to come forward and engage your core muscles as you come onto the right shoulder. Inhaling, coming back up. Exhaling, bring your hand behind you. Second side, inhaling, left arm up. Exhaling, engaging the core to do that. And inhaling. Exhaling. Let's repeat. Inhale, the right arm up. Exhale. Sliding the arm out to the side. Inhale. Exhale. Second side. Inhale, left arm up. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. We'll do this one more time. This time we're going to take a few breaths in a position. Inhale your right arm up. Exhale, slide your arm out to the side. Release your weight onto the shoulder. Take 2 breaths here. Engage your core muscles as you come back up. Inhaling, exhaling. Let's go to the second side. Inhale the left arm up. Exhale. Holding for a couple of breaths. Engage your core to come back up. Inhale your arm over your head. Exhale. Okay, let's come to our hands and knees. Placing your hands firmly to the mat, spreading the fingers. So here we're going to inhale into the cow position. Inhaling, feel the shoulder blades sliding down your back, opening the chest. As you exhale, round your back, press to child's pose. Inhaling into the cow position. Exhaling, rounding the back, pulling the navel in to child's pose. We're going to do that 3 more times. Inhaling. Exhaling. Inhaling. Exhaling. Inhaling. Exhaling. Let's do this one more time. Inhale. Exhale. Bring your arms alongside your body and release for 5 breaths into child's pose. Now feel the shoulder blades spreading in your back so the whole upper back is relaxing. Let the shoulders release toward the floor. And as you inhale, let's come onto your heels. Now I'm going to teach you also a way to do child's pose. I know some of us sometimes can get cramps in our feet when the toes are pointing back. So we're going to do one child's pose with the toes tucked under. So you curl your toes under. So right away you begin to feel the stretch in the sole of your feet. This is a really good way to sit if you have fasciitis in the sole of your feet. And now let's slowly walk forward so that you feel balance. Your knees are hip-width apart. And then let your head release between your arms. And then slowly walk back. From that position, we're going to go into a forward bend. So you shift back onto your feet. You're going to stretch the spine, place your hands on your hips, come all the way up. And we're going to do a flowing movement. Again, this is a concentrate on the shoulders. Okay, so you're going to stretch the arms over your head. Engage your core muscles as you exhale. You can bend your knees if you have to. Come into a forward bend. Let the head drop. Feel the neck softening. Now inhale to stretch the spine. Extend the arms out to the side. Come all the way up. And exhale. Stretch the arms out. And down by your side to Tadasana. Okay, we're going to do that 3 more times. Inhale the arms up. Exhale. Inhale to stretch, arms out to the side, reversing your swan dive. Exhaling the arms down. Let's do that 2 more times. Inhale the arms up. Exhale. Again, you know you can keep your knees bent to do that. Inhale, stretching all the way up. Exhaling the arms down. Let's do this 1 more time. Inhaling. Exhaling. Inhaling. All the way up. Exhaling. Now we're going to go back into the forward bend, but we're going to, when we're down, we're going to hold on to our elbows. So inhale the arms up. Exhale. Hold on to, remember which elbows you're holding. Hold on to your elbows. Keep your ears between your arms. Make sure your feet are hip distance apart. Shifting the weight forward, release toward the floor. You may want to pull the belly in to create space there. And let the armpits of the shoulders open. Let the head, the weight of your head, release the neck. Keep breathing into that space. And now letting go of the elbows. Inhale to stretch all the way up. Exhale. We're going to do this 1 more time, and now you're going to change the cross of the elbows. Inhale the arms up. Exhale. And now hold on to your elbows. The way to know is that whatever feels weird, that's the way to hold your elbows from now. Okay, keeping the ears between your arms. Shifting the weight forward so that you feel rooted in all 4 corners of each foot. And let the side body release to the floor. Let the neck release. Keep opening the armpits of the shoulders. Let's take 1 more breath here. Releasing the elbows, inhaling to stretch all the way up. Exhaling the arms down. So the next pose that we are going to do is triangle pose. So again, we're going to use triangle pose to experience the stretch in our neck. So you're going to separate your feet nice and wide. Have your hands on your hips. Now, as you're standing here, all 10 toes pointing forward, bring your awareness to the legs and tighten the muscles. So feel like you're wearing some very tight pants. So before we do the triangle pose, we're going to do a forward bend. So pressing onto your hips down, lengthening the spine from the waist all the way to the crown of the head. Releasing into your wide leg forward bend. Bring your hands down to the floor. And once again, feel the weight of your head releasing the neck. So notice if you have a tendency to always sort of like hold your head up, can you really relax the neck and feel the full weight of your head reaching for the floor. Now your position of your arms is whatever you feel comfortable. You could be holding on to the ankles. If you hold on to your ankles, you're going to lift the elbows out. Keep the neck totally free, so you can bob your head up and down and side to side to make sure it's fully relaxed. And then with your neck simulation, you lengthen your spine forward, press your hands on your hips to come all the way up. So we're going to start with triangle pose. You turn your right foot out, turn your left foot in. Extend the arms. As you extend your arms, reach your arms away from each other. As you exhale, keep the energy moving to the left. As you reach forward, lengthening over your front leg, bring your hand to your chin. And you may start by looking down at your arm, but then what I'm going to ask you to do is look down at your foot and bring it on by your ear and breathe here. Coming back to the neutral position, all the way up, placing your hands on your hips, and turn your toes forward. Let's go to the forward bend again. Inhaling here. So moving the elbows back to open the chest and release the head and the shoulders away from your ears. Begin to come forward. Letting go of the hips, bringing your hands to the floor or to the back of your ankles. Again, fully releasing the neck. Feel the weight of your head. Make sure you're not hanging too much in your heels. And now as you inhale, letting the spine, place your hands on your hips, come all the way up. Let's go to the second side. Turn your left foot out. Turn your right foot in. Extend the arms. Remember, the energy is going to move now to the right as you exhale, coming into Utthita Trikonasana. And then look down at your foot. Bring the arm by your ear. Breathe here. Inhaling, bring the arm back up, all the way up. Turn your feet. Place your hands on your hips. Exhale forward. And lower your hands to the floor, to your ankles, or if you want, you could hold on to your elbows and let the head release between your arms. Keep the weight shifted forward. Keep the ears between your arms. Now let's change the hold of the elbows. If you have a stretch from the side body. And then as you inhale, stretch your spine, placing your hands on your hips, come all the way up, and walk your feet together. Okay? You're going to come to your knees. So this is another movement that's going to manipulate the spine and the shoulders, but also engage the core. So place both hands onto your back. Standing here, feeling that sensation. Going to inhale the arms up. As you exhale, extend the arms out to the side, onto your back. Curl forward. Inhaling. Back up. Exhaling. Inhaling. Exhaling. Let's do this one more time. Inhale. Exhale. Press your sitting bones to your heels. Stretch the arms forward into child's pose. Let the forearms rest on the floor. Take 5 breaths here. Enjoying the feeling in your back. You may feel some opening in your shoulders, in the chest. can sit up. And we are going to sit with our legs forward. So this is when you may want to have a blanket or your pillow so that you elevate the sitting bones. Having the feet together. Place your hands behind you, lengthen the spine. So what we're going to do, you could have your legs slightly apart if that's better for you, or you can have the legs together. So here we're going to do a forward, a flowing forward bend. Okay, you could inhale the arms up. As we said, round your back. Bring the forearms to the floor if you can. Let your head release to your knees. Exhale here. Then inhale, come back up. Exhale, coming into the cat position, the cow position, cat position. Inhale up. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Bring your arms down, bring your hands behind you. Continue to breathe mindfully. Now you're going to bend your right knee and move the left leg out to the side the way I just did. Okay. Bring your foot on the inside of the left leg. Just remember, if you have discomfort in your knee, you should always have, although I didn't mention other props beside the blanket or the bolster, you should always have your block by your side. And I apologize for not telling you before, but if you need somebody to support your knee, you could use a cushion or you could use a block. So there you are here, lengthening the spine. But as you do that, notice the shoulders. So the shoulders drop down. The shoulder blades slide down your back toward each other. And that opens the chest. So notice when you do that, that you do have to engage the core. And this is what I was talking about at the beginning, that the tight shoulders could weaken the core. So we cannot just work one part of the body without acknowledging another part of the body. So learning to work the body as a whole, although we concentrate on specific parts of the body, like today, we're concentrating on the neck and the shoulders. Now with your hands behind you, your left leg extended, your right knee bent, just begin to bring your head forward. And then bring your head back up. Now turn to your left leg. Okay, and walk forward over your left leg. So you place your hands on the floor. If you can, grab your big toe. Place your other hand on the top of your right thigh and begin to twist to your right. And you may wish to bring your top arm by your ear, reaching up. Coming back to the center, place your hands behind you, extend the right leg out. Now you're going to move your right leg out to the side, bend your left knee, place the foot on the inside of your forward leg, which is the right leg. Place your hands behind you. Dropping the shoulders away from your ears, the head of the shoulders away from your ears. Keeping the shoulder blades sliding down your back, Lower your head forward. And then lifting the head back up, begin to turn toward your right leg, walk forward, pause here. And some of you may not go any further than that, so you have to understand what's possible for your body this morning and not feel like that you have to do something that maybe you're not ready to receive. But if you can, grabbing your big toe, you place your other hand on top of your other thigh, which is the left thigh. Begin to turn. And the next step, if you can, bring your right arm by your ear. Stretching. Notice how much the core is engaged to do that. And then slowly coming back up, extending both legs forward. Placing your hands behind you, lengthening the spine. Breathe here. Now let's extend the arms over your head, and we did that before. Let's see how it feels now. As you exhale, pull the abs in, round in the back, stretch forward, bringing your hands to the ground, and even your elbows, if you can. Let the head relax forward. Breathe here. Keep the core engaged, so the navel is pulled in. Your back is in a cow position, it means it's rounded. And as you inhale, coming back up, and bring the arms down. So there's a difference between that forward bend we're doing now, which is addressing the shoulders and the back in a rounded position, as opposed to that. Usually what we do, we extend the arms up and we try to keep the back fully extended, shoulders down, which we're going to do next. So you don't have to hold out, you could be here. But this time we're not trying to round the back, we try to keep it straight. So you can separate your feet a little apart, hip width apart. And notice the difference, how this is the same pose, but we are putting our attention somewhere else. So instead of rounding the back to come forward, we want to keep the spine lengthening. So you extend the arms over your head. And you try to hinge as opposed to bend. You're hinging forward. Until your hands come to the floor, or grab your big toe, or grab the side of your feet. You lengthen the spine. You try to keep the hinge happening. And then open the elbows out to the side. So even if you have your hands, on the floor, open the arms out to the side. And see how much can you come forward, let your head release. So if you're holding onto your feet, then you lift the elbows out. You can feel that action in the shoulders and keep the neck from shortening. So you keep your neck long. And then inhaling, coming back up. Now we're going to revisit the seated twist. And it's really always interesting when we do a pose at the beginning of a class, and then we do that pose again after we've done some other work. So we are going to do that cross-legged, so have your right leg in front of the left. Take the time to position yourself so that the spine is lengthening. So you have your fingers behind you, you push it against the floor to lengthen the spine. Now we're going to twist to our right. You're going to twist to the right side. Inhaling to lengthen. Exhaling into the twist. So really hold on to the knees strongly so you get that leverage. Now Now take your right arm up. So we are going to add something. You're going to stretch the arms out and around and see, can you hold on to the inside of your left thigh? So your forearm is pressing into the lower part of your spine. Let's take 2 more breaths here. Now turn your head to the left. Just like what we did before, begin to stretch the right side of your neck. Coming back to the center with both hands on your knees. Before we go to the other side, we're just going to change across. So right leg now in front of the left, or whatever leg was down in front is now in front. Hands behind you, lengthen the spine. I say that many times, when you do twists, it's very important that you're not running the shoulders, because that could be is damaging for the spine. So instead of being careful, it's not. So you lengthen the spine, so you have space between each vertebra, and then you're going to twist to your left. Hold out firmly to the knee, inhaling to lengthen, exhaling, releasing into the twist. So you can use the breath this way, inhaling the length, into length, exhaling into the twist. And now begin to turn your head to the right and out to the side. Breathe in here. Now there's a difference this time that you're doing this from the first time. You will feel a little bit more of a freedom in the movement. And then slowly going to come back to the center, hands on your knees. So we're going to go onto the floor. And we are going to do a various flowing bridge. Again, concentrating on how we move our spine to lift the hips up and how we use our legs. So you're going to lie down on your back. Let's begin first with the feet. Have your feet just a tiny bit wider than the hips. Slide the shoulders on your back. So we're going to take 5 breaths here. Just lying on the back, feeling the back muscles relax, feeling the breath move in and out. And observe if there's any contraction happening in your body right now. You should feel a total relaxation. So it's very important to learn to relax in between the efforts. So each time we make a movement, we increase the effort, but as we return to the original position, you want to fully let go and relax the muscles. So we're going to begin now by tucking the tailbone under. So you feel the part of your seat where you're pressing, you feel the pressing of your lower back on the floor right now, and then you're going to release the tailbone down again. So we're tilting the tailbone up and down. So again, inhaling and exhaling. Now you may find yourself inhaling when I tell you to exhale and exhaling when I tell you to inhale. And that's totally fine, because sometimes, in fact, I may just exhale as I lift the tailbone and inhale as I release the tailbone. And so you find the breath that works best for you right now. So now we're going to curl the tailbone away from the floor and then begin to peel the spine off the floor. Use your legs for support as you shift more weight toward the top of your shoulder blades. And now as you come down, flowing down, you curl from the top of the shoulders, down the middle back, down the lower back, until the sacrum is resting on the floor, and you take a full breath here, fully relaxing. And let's do that again. Curling the tailbone away from the floor, lifting the hips, using the legs to shift weight on the top of the shoulder blades. Make sure there's no stress in your neck. Do not elevate your head in this position, so don't put a pillow underneath your head. And then curl down. If you find that you need support underneath your body when you do bridge, if you were to put something, it should be underneath your shoulders, not underneath the head ever when you do bridge. And now fully relax the muscles. Let's curl the tailbone again. Peeling the spine up the floor, keeping the legs engaged, fully firm. Fully expressing the feet to the floor. And then slowly again releasing the spine down, vertebra by vertebra. So it's a very slow movement and relaxing the whole spine. So every time you slow down a movement, you have to exercise more control and you're more present with the movement. So we can sometimes go up, oops, we go up, and we don't really know what we're doing. But when you slow down, you really connect to what does it mean to use your body to come into bridge. So let's slide the arms a little bit closer toward your feet. Now we're going to flow the arms over your heads as we lift the spine up. So as you inhale, we get to curl the tailbone away from the floor, and then stretching the arms over your head. Continue to use the legs for support. Breathe here. And then as you curl down, you bring the arms down by your side. Fully rest the spine. Fully relax the whole body. Breathing in and breathing out. Now I'm going to repeat that. Always engage the legs before you even lift. Press the feet down, tuck the tailbone away from the floor, and begin to flow into your bridge. Holding there, see how much can you use your legs to lift higher. There should be no discomfort in your lower back. The spine should feel totally free. And then slowly curling back down. Resting here. 5 breaths as you relax, and then we're going to repeat that 2 more times. Can you fully let go of effort? When we're able to relax between the efforts, we increase our energy level by not stressing the body. So when we constantly keep an effort going, it's stress on the body. So stress is good for the body, and relaxing is good for the body. Integrating these two together in a restorative movement is very therapeutic. So after you take your last breath, again, root the feet to the floor as you curl the tailbone up, and then let's flow again into your hammock bridge. Keep the weight shifted toward the upper shoulders, and then curling back down. Keep that core controlling the movement. Fully release once you're done. So let's repeat that one more time. Inhaling. Keep breathing, so you initiate the movement with the inhale, but then you maintain the flow of the breath. Stand on those feet, so you want to feel the feet pressing into the floor. And then be initiating the movement with the exhale as you curl down. And release. Then let's take 5 breaths here. Fully opening the chest as you take your inhale. Exhaling fully. With your next exhale, you're going to bring your knees into your chest. So keep the knees together for this one, and then pull the knees into your belly. Pull the thighs into the belly. Feel the stretch in your back. It's perfectly fine if you feel like you want to rock from side to side. Sometimes that feels really good. And then slowly return the feet down to the floor. So we're going to do a supine twist. We're going to concentrate again on the shoulders. So you're going to extend the arms out to the side. And before we bring the knees in, let's just, like windshield wipers, lower the knees to the right, keep both shoulders rooted to the floor, then lower the knees to the left. So we're going to flow this way a couple times. Keep breathing evenly. Now we're going to return to the center. And you're going to, again, let the knees release to the right. This time you're going to take 5 breaths. So there's no adjustment. You just let, you let the knees relax on their own, just like windshield wipers. So your feet are sort of fixed on the floor. They're not moving from side to side. You come back to the center, so feet planted, and then you let the knees release to the other side. Again, you've not shifted the feet in another position. Feel both shoulders relate to the mat. Now let's come back to the center. So now we're going to increase the effect of the twist by pulling the knees in. Keep extending the arms away from each other. And then slowly lower the knees, keep the knees tucked in, lower your knees to the right. Turning your head to the left to start. And then turn your head to the right. Looking over your right arm. Coming back to the center. Knees tucked in, lower the knees to the left, turning your head to the right. Again, try to maintain both shoulder blades on the floor. Try to maintain the knees, keep the knees together if you can. Now turn your head to the left. And then slowly come back to the center. Press the sole of the feet to the floor. Bring the arms by your side. And finally, you may want to bring your hands onto your belly. You may want to take your blanket here and place a blanket right underneath your sitting bones, not sitting on the sitting bones, or you could if that feels good to you, or maybe just a little bit underneath the upper thigh. Bring the feet together as close to you as you can, and let the knees release out. Place your hands on your belly. Close your eyes. Feel the opening in the groins. Now I want to say something about this position, reclined cobblers pose, that if you're very tight in your groins and you don't have any support, if you feel any compression in the hip joints, which is right there, it's not a good thing to feel. So if that is what's happening, then you have to elevate, you have to support that joint more than you are now. Okay, so learning the difference between discomfort that's beneficial and discomfort that's not appropriate. So any discomfort in the joints is not something you want to work through, it's something you want to adjust for. There should be no discomfort there. So you may feel some stretch on the inside of your thighs, stretching the groins. As long as you feel that it's comfortable, even if you feel it's a little bit of an effort, then it's okay. You just release into it. Now this is the effect of the breath has on your position. You know, just let the sacrum broaden onto the ground. And also notice if you feel one side in your groins a little bit more than the other side. Now, let's say you're in that position now and you find that, well, you know, this is, I'm feeling too much of a stretch. Then you could take back 2 fists and place those fists right there near the hip joint, and then release the legs over your fist. Okay. So you can use your body, you don't need props all the time. And now take your hands on the outside of your thighs. Keep the legs relaxed as you pull the thighs toward each other. You may want to use your support when we do Shavasana, but before we do Shavasana, we're going to do fish pose. So fish pose, you have the legs extended, you're going to come onto your forearms, and then you're going to lift, open the chest, walk your elbows down, and then just bring your head to the floor. Keep lifting between the shoulder blades. Keep the legs active. And then bring your head forward. Curl yourself all the way down. Now you're going to take your pillow and place the pillow underneath the thighs or underneath your knees. Separate your legs wider than your hips. Not Place your elbows on the ground, lift and slide the shoulders down your back, and then relax the arms out to the side. Shavasana. Close your eyes. Fully relax into the space. You may have heard teachers say that Shavasana is the most important pose of yoga. It's also the hardest pose to do because effort is something we can connect to, but the full let go of the body is something we're not used to. So concentrating on relaxing the body, starting with the toes, the lower legs, the upper legs, relaxing the fingers, noticing the weight of your body underneath your sacrum, underneath the upper shoulders, the back of the head. So as you travel to your body, you find these pressure points as you lie onto your mat. The neck of the skin relaxing. Particularly on your face. You feel a relaxation between the eyebrows. You will feel the lips relax. The tongue is relaxed. Notice if your mind is connected to some parts of the body that make it tense. So if you find any tension in your body, you send your breath to it. Now you're going to bend the knees and plant the feet. Slide the support from underneath your legs and curl up to your side. And slowly roll up to a sitting position. Take your support to sit. Crossing the legs. Notice the habitual way we have of crossing one leg in front of the other. So once in a while you want to notice that and maybe change the cross of your legs. Taking a deep breath in. Then connect to the lift of your spine. So don't think of a rigid spine like a rod. Think of the spine as a fluid, like a snake. Fluid lift from the tailbone to the crown of the head. Shoulders releasing away. We have a tendency sometimes to bring the shoulders up when we tense and we don't notice it. So notice that. Let the shoulders release down. Bring the palms to the center of your heart. Take a deep breath in. With your next exhalation, bow to yourself with gratitude. Namaste. Thank you everybody for joining me this morning. I hope you have a wonderful rest of the week, and be safe, be happy, be free of suffering. Thank you.